Jax, I got a question for you on a
Yes.
losing weight workout type of thing. How
Oh,
good,
sure.
How good
That's
are
my
those?
specialty.
Yeah, how good are those bicycle machines?
Oh, biking? Oh, they're great, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're awesome. You just do it. Like what's great about it is like you can literally watch TV or anything while you're doing it. So it's not like you're stressed. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this for like 30 minutes to an hour today. And then like I'm doing it.
I keep thinking like that would be my jam of being able to watch
Yeah.
TV while I work out. So
Yeah, exactly.
so now that
Exactly.
we're
Like
getting a place, I'm like I might look into. Would you ride a bike, a fake bike, Sarah?
Sure.
That's good. You had
I
to
hurt my
fake
butt.
bike.
Huh?
The seats on those. We have one at our apartment gym.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
ass
yeah?
is like hurting after 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. Like in that case, like because you like the you can also get an elliptical too if you have the space for it. Because elliptical is just the same thing, same concept. It's just like your ass won't hurt as bad with that.
Is that the one you stand on?
Like
Yeah, you just
sensing-
stand and you move the pedals and stuff like that. Like it's like this
like
like biking because I feel the same way, Sarah. Like after like an hour, like it's just like my ass is hurt. Like I have to like stand up in this way, or I get like a cushion and then like put it on, but the cushion only lasts for like 30 minutes, and so it's just like annoying.
Jax's ass lasts for 30 minutes. What's wrong with yours?
my very bony. I don't have a lot of padding on my.
Mine is coated in muscle race. It's just a big thick boy.
I like how Sarah's acting like she don't got much booty.
Hi,
What?
everybody.
Are,
I love how we
are we
went
live?
and-
Oh, good.
Well, we had this
Are we
elliptical,
live?
like, yeah.
We're
We
talking
are
about
live.
Sarah's butt. Welcome in. Just as good as.
We went live a while ago, like at the beginning of the biking.
Oh, did we?
Conversation. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say so much more incriminating stuff, but I guess since you warned me, I guess.
What are they? Are they like on the other side of the room or whatever?
I get, yeah, they're probably on the other side of the room.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Getting
are
ready.
we quiet again? One moment, Sarah broke it. Not really, she didn't break it. But I think she did unplug my keyboard.
Oh, that's better.
There you go. That sounds good.
No. I think that was when you were pointing towards that, right?
What?
Is it? I don't
This
know.
one's this is connected
I
to
didn't
the.
do anything, which is weird.
What?
It's me that's further away from the mic, so it was
Wait.
Jeffrey sounding good.
Wait a minute. Is it?
Yeah,
is it
yeah,
This mic?
yeah,
Is
Ray
it this
sounds
mic right
fine.
here?
Well,
I'm tapping it. If you don't hear me tapping it, then it's
yeah. That's the mic that's far away
Huh.
because I don't hear like tapping if you're tapping on it.
In other words, we just need
One
to.
moment. Oh.
Yep, that's one. You guys probably hear this microphone, huh?
Yeah, I hear that one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my lavalier mic.
Okay.
Now we should be
How's that?
much better.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. And I think that's what everybody else is listening to.
I feel like we ended the butt conversation in a bad spot. I was just gonna give it a lot of credit.
Yeah, all of you guys got nice butts. All right,
It is
except
Thank
Saber.
you.
He's like flat as a pancake. Man, that's like ridiculous.
Did you unplug this?
What?
Did you unplug this
No,
keyboard?
I didn't.
You positive?
I did.
Oh yeah, it's working. It's working. You were right. You didn't do it. Good work.
Yeah.
Why wasn't? Usually I'm able to
I don't know.
zoom in on this, but not today.
I don't know.
Sarah,
Wow.
how could you do this to me?
Well, should we get started soon? Do we got?
Laura's not joining us tonight. She's not feeling well.
Aw.
Sorry.
Feels better.
Well, it's the hero.
The hero of the story.
The hero is our gyro.
Oh, gyro sounds
I
good
DM'd
right
him.
now.
Everything sounds good right now. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. I live a life of hunger.
Mm.
Same. Mm.
Well, we can. Is there anyone else? Were we expecting Matt?
I think Paleo was gonna reach out to Hero, see if. Let's see.
Yeah. I just DM'd him.
Okay.
Let's see if he'll come in.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, do you wanna just kick off?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast, March 10th, 2021. And hi. We're here.
Hi.
We,
Hi.
hi, Dan.
Heidi ho.
We made it. We made it to March.
Yeah.
And things are looking better.
Yeah.
Want to welcome Jaxboy joining us here tonight.
Hi, how are ya?
Paleosteno,
Hi.
Saberspark,
Hello.
Sarah,
Hi.
and I'm ACRacebest, and I figured now's a good time to let everybody know that circling back, I mentioned Jaxblade's here tonight. You might as well get used to him because we are making Jaxblade a regular member here of the Semi-Perfect Podcast, which is more of a kind of just finally thing than anything else.
It's like the formal invitation was given.
Yeah.
The formal invitation. It's like it's like the paleo thing. It's like, you want to guest on the POS podcast? You want to guest on the POS podcast? It's like 5 times in a row. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to add. So
We're happy to have you, Jax.
A lot
You're
of people
always...
in the chat are excited.
Yeah. We always enjoy having you part of these podcasts. And I was like, at one point, Sarah and I kind of looked at each other like, why haven't we just said Jax? Just you could join
Whenever.
Yeah. So now we did.
I always felt like a vampire with these, like, I have to be invited first before I can go on. So it's like I can't just like pop in like, hi, so whatever. So like I just look at something.
Well, like Sarah said, it looks like the chat's very pleased with this announcement. I know. Like I said, we're excited to have you on a regular basis. And yeah, and of course, welcome to everyone that is viewing here live, and a hello to those listening on delay.
Yep.
Always appreciate everyone's support here at the Semi-Perfect Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, we like to kick things off with food posts, and if you're wondering what that is, we like to see what people are eating, or maybe what they just ate, or maybe they ate it a while ago and they're proud of it. But we got a super chat here from Anime Guy 1 says, Jax, now that you're officially part of the podcast, you can talk so much of Lola Bunny.
Oh yeah, dude, we could be bunny bros together, dude. Come on, dude.
I've felt so happy for Jaxblade now that he's getting more Lola content, but then he's also having to deal with the people who are like, she doesn't look right.
Yeah,
just
but
that
it's
one
okay.
piece
It's all
of art
going.
doesn't look great. It's just that one piece of art.
Is the biggest complaint
like, the
that
biggest complaint is that she has less boobage, which
I saw a picture that I'll send Jaxblade later.
I really
I
don't think
think
that she's gonna have less
Paleo-
boobage.
You don't think so?
No.
Paleo made a very good point. All right. So, what it? Listen, all right, Bailey, you want to make your case?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I was driving, and I was like, "What do they got against the chest? They make the ass as big as they want, but the chest, no." And I'm like, "Huh? Like that's interesting." Like, what
Yeah,
if they?
like that's been a trend in like cartoon characters. Like you can make the hips and thighs and stuff like as big as you want, but if you have a hint of a chest, that's a no-no.
That is honestly that's interesting.
And it's great. Why are we complaining about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The small petite committee.
Itty bitty committee or whatever it's called.
What if they just start getting rid of all the body parts where they're like, get rid of the hips and thighs, and it's just a skeleton walking around?
I don't care. As long as Cat's House's voice is coming out of it, it's good to me.
Somebody
Which
posted.
it is.
I think it was on Twitter. I don't know if it was any of you, but there was an image of it was like non-offensive cartoons in 2030, and it was just like the Pac-Man ghosts in black and white, just like.
Oh yeah, from the Fairly Odd Parents episode
Yeah.
where they're all like gray blobs. Yeah.
So that's where we're headed
good.
here. As long as those ghosts still have big booty, or any booty.
Yeah.
They don't have to have big booty.
As long as they're
big
certainly grayer than the
booty.
others. This will matter. Okay.
Hirosashii joins in.
Hirosashii, hello.
It's like,
Here, I don't know if you heard, but we've done it. We pulled the trigger, and Jaxblade has become an official member of the Semi-Perfect Podcast.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You're not the only person now. Okay.
It's okay.
It's like that freaking. Me and Hero have this joke with each other, like, because there's like this scene from this random movie where this black guy walks into like a party, and there's a black guy already there. He's like, "Hey, I'm supposed to be the only black guy at this party." "Oh shit, fam, I understand." And we just dab each other up and leave. And so like we have that.
That was from Scary Movie, right?
No, it's from not
the
another
Key-
teen movie. Yeah, not another teen movie. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that
right.
one. Because I
Yeah.
know there was that Key and Peele sketch
Yeah, it was
with
Yeah.
the like.
No, but they're not like, okay, cool, sorry about that, man. They're just like, I'm gonna fight you to be the only black person.
yeah,
here."
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
I love that skit so much.
But yeah, like we said, we're gonna jump into food posts here. So Anime Guy 1's got the first food post. Says, "Don't got too much today, mostly just McDonald's burgers and fries and Diet Dr. Pepper and my emotionally exhausted mask." It literally says emotionally exhausted on it. Fun times ahead of us, hopefully. And yeah, I'm hoping fully for
Yeah.
sure. So
Those look good.
yeah. Dude, food looks good.
Nice.
Princess
Very nice.
Deadpool here with a food post. It looks like Princess
Kitty
Dead,
cat.
or as we like to refer to them as, purdy cats.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? I didn't say pussy. That's pretty good. Do you want to read this one, Sarah?
Sure. Princess Deadpool says, "Hey guys, I had some leftover pizza for dinner tonight, but ate it all before I remembered there was a podcast tonight. So in place of a food photo, I have a short video of my kitten I got today, Daisy.
Oh, that's your kid.
Oh.
Today.
Oh, nice.
That is a
Laura picked the wrong
Adorable.
right. She just comes flying in here. I'm here. Adorable kitten.
So cute.
She's so
Just-
tiny.
Just wait though, they're gonna grow up to be lions or
I
something.
love how they get so into it with their licks, where they're like, meh, meh, meh.
Some women wishing their men
That's
would
so
do the same.
Mm.
Jory
Mm.
says, "Enjoying tonight's meal of honey barbecue chicken bites." Ah.
That's good.
Yummy.
Ah.
Wait, why was
Nice.
it like blocked out?
I don't know.
Because it's sensitive material.
We got Norma May saying, "Hello, semi-perfect pod. Having some Lady Gaga Oreos, obviously, while my thumb heals."
I thought that was some cheese on her face.
And I told my V8 guys and
It's
the
cheese.
Shut up.
The cheese face mask, Robin.
Wednesday Dale.
Shut up.
What's wrong with you?
Could you imagine having sex with Wallace? Say
Oh,
cheese.
I'm cheesing.
I hope your thumb feels better, Nora.
Sorry.
That'd be a good,
Oh,
good
sorry.
start to the podcast. Here's Jack's plate. 500-calorie chocolate bar, green and black's organic milk chocolate.
Nice.
Be
Yeah.
careful, Jax. I want you putting weight on now. Come on.
No, I've been actually. What's funny is I learned this from a friend who's a fitness model because he was just like, dude, just follow the 85-15. This stuff will just come off. So I was like, okay, sure. So like I've been having a chocolate bar or like those cookie dough bites for like dessert after like every like before bed. And the stuff's just been melting off. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude, you must be onto something. I didn't realize this because like 85% of the day is just like healthy stuff that's good for me. And it's like, oh, yeah, you got a nice 500-calorie dessert. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to gain, right? He's like, no. And so I've just been doing it consistently and stuff's been coming off, looking tighter. So I'm, yeah, I'm going to keep this up. Yeah, it's good.
Nora Mermaid says, "I got the vaccine. Suck it."
All right,
Nice.
No.
More. Nathaniel Fogo says currently having a pot roast sub for a friend got me, which has shredded steak, onions, mushrooms, beef sauce, and mozzarella. It's quite tasty.
Wait, a pot roast sub?
Yeah. You take a pot roast,
that
you
sounds
put it
good.
on bread.
What the hell? You can't do that.
Yeah, it can.
You can do that.
Forbidden knowledge.
Dude, interesting. That looks delicious.
Race. If you were like stuck on a desert island and you had nothing but fish and crustaceans around, would you finally give in and start crying and like eating like a halibut or something?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Would you cry? Would you cry? You'd be like, I hate this.
Yeah.
As you like eat
Yeah.
like a beautiful salmon that people would like die for, you're like, this is the worst.
It's like Chef Ramsay's there preparing it for me, and I'm like, I'm suffering.
Woe is me.
I've had like fish before. Like it's not like I can't stomach it. It's just
The fish stick.
I don't like.
Like the taste.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Is it the initial taste or the aftertaste? Because some fish has an aftertaste.
I don't even remember about
Oh, okay.
aftertaste. I don't know if I ever swallowed what I was eating. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't usually swallow.
I was wondering.
Yeah. Did anyone? I forget if this conversation literally popped up in like a previous podcast recently, but did people go around asking the question in like middle school, like people putting you on the spot, going, "Hey, do you suck or swallow?" And I was like,
I have been asked that. Like, well, they asked me, is like, hey, do you swallow your own spit? And like, even when you're literally just like, this is gonna turn into something like really fucking stupid, I just don't want to be a part of it. But they're like, of course I swallow my spit, you fucking ape. I'm like, of course I do. And then they're like, he does the thing, he chose the wrong answer. It's like, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, well, that's so silly. All you do, like, just put them on the spot and make them extra uncomfortable, and just go, yeah, and then lick your lips and wink, and then they're just like, don't monk. Yeah,
That's when you fall on the ground and you start going.
yeah.
Start making gesturing, sucking dicks like
Exactly.
Start them. Yeah, you have to go full on checkmate them right there.
Exactly. Just fucking make them awkward.
Hey, what are you, gay? Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
like, instead of a chest burster, it's just a dick clamp. Yeah. So Sarah's just sitting here going, what happened? What happened to my sweet podcast? It's all Jack's
I'm
fault,
sorry,
Sarah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
It's like that one meme where it's got like the arms reaching in the middle, and it's like Sarah, Paleo, Saber, and Jax ruining the podcast.
Oh.
Or you know what? No, Jax, you're great. It's me. I ruin the podcast.
Good stuff. Well, let's find out what everyone has been up to. Jax, I'm gonna have you be the honorary starter on this one. What have you been up to the last 2 weeks since you
just normal work stuff, getting more clients because it's that time is springtime now, so like everyone wants to get in shape for beaches and all that stuff, so they're just like messaging me. So I guess I love to help people. I had a lot of like clients yesterday in my group call, so that was cool. YouTube stuff, working on that. Henry's working on the TMNT video still, so that's cool. Like I can't wait. That's going to be a nice unveiling when that's done. So that's cool.
I've been working on that for like 3 months now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's because copyright. Viacom is a motherfucker. Like they are just like, if you freaking use this, we're gonna take you down. So it's just like, yeah, fuck that. So we're being super careful. But yeah, like that's it so far. Just working out, work. That's all I do.
We got a super chat from Anime Guy saying the podcast was ruined from the day it was thought up. Thank you, Anime
Oh
Guy.
no.
Thank you. How about Hirosashii? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I've been working way more than usual this past 2 weeks. It's been a nightmare. I know I say I work, but like really, I've been working like a shit ton.
Ooh.
Oh, you got a appointment for a vaccine.
Yeah, I got an appointment for a vaccine as well. So we'll see.
Congrats,
how that
dude.
goes on Saturday.
Nice, man.
Save some for the fish.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay, Captain America, what was that?
Other than that, I've just been brushing up on Japanese. Been studying a little bit. Yeah, that's why the past 2 weeks. And we watched, didn't Jax, Bailey, and I watch? Oh, we've been watching DuckTales. Woo!
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And Amphibia, which was great.
Yes.
Yeah, because that came back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice. What about you, Paleo?
Oh, wait,
no, nope.
I lied. There's one more thing. No, I'm going. Paleo and Jax and I have been making a lot of lists lately.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, those are always fun, dude. Yeah.
We've been making like top 20 and top 30s of just like various subjects, and they're pretty fun to go to.
Yeah, it
So,
was like
I think we've been doing.
we did one on anime OSTs, and then we did one for like
it
movie
started with
soundtracks.
Hero suggesting video game one, and we did that, and then we did an anime one, and then we did a pony one, and then most recent one we did like movie soundtracks.
Yeah, that was good. It was fun, super fun.
What you don't know, 30 is not a big number.
Yeah.
It's really hard to break things down to like 30. But I like so many of these.
Right.
You know what else they say? One is the loneliest number.
Okay.
Two can be as bad as one. I would say.
I was thinking.
But the loneliest number is one. Come on.
I literally, it popped into my head last night, like in the middle of the night. I woke up and was thinking about how at one point Hirosashii made a big deal about how the guy who sings about one is the loneliest, and like how he holds that.
I don't remember, but yeah, I would totally say something like that. I completely believe that.
Yeah, it's.
One.
So what have you been up to, Paleo?
Doing a lot of videos. I've gotten like back on a roll and making stuff. Like since the last podcast, I've made 5 videos.
Nice.
Very nice.
Though yeah, yesterday's video didn't do as well because that was on a more of a niche cartoon that came out on Netflix called City of Ghosts.
Mhm.
It's pretty good. You should give it a watch.
Yeah, I'm interested in giving that a watch.
But yeah, just doing video stuff.
Cool.
Was that Ghost Show by the people who did that monster in high school?
Yeah,
short?
it's from the same director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She originally worked as a supervising director on Adventure Time.
Okay. Oh, nice. I want to check that out then.
All right. Well, Saberspark then. How about you?
Working on stuff. It's been a slower week, which is nice as far as like craziness goes. That's been appreciated. I watched Paddington for the first time yesterday with Laura.
Oh, nice.
That's a good movie.
I was genuinely floored. I was like, why is this movie so well put together? Like it's outstanding. Because Paleo, I remember you watching it back in the day. I remember you being like, oh yeah, it's really good. And then I was told the sequel's even better. And Laura and I never saw it, and we're like, yeah, let's watch it. And I was like, why is there so much effort and craftsmanship put into this movie? It's like there's like a scene where the camera spins around. I'm like, what the fuck? It's Paddington. Why is this so good? Like it was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm trying to remember if it was the first or second one.
I think it's the second one that has like
Yeah,
if not
a
perfect,
perfect score
Yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The Virgin Snyder cut, the Chad
It is.
Paddington too.
It is. Paddington 2 has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Marmalade.
You just can't hate Paddington.
Yeah, it's like the most wholesome film series ever. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like really good.
Yeah, they just made it into like for like all of these bad CGI hybrids of beloved like animated characters. For some reason, they made Paddington into like the perfect one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that Yogi Bear shit. Like, what was it? It's like, get one Paddington. It's like, get this out of here.
Oh, nice. What about you, Sarah? What's new?
Been busy. Doing editing not only for Ready Player Dumb, but also doing stuff for low budget TV. Still working on getting that house coming along. We're less than a month away.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Unless the lender comes back and says
No.
you can't have
it. It's sounding pretty good though on our end. So, yeah, just and then making thumbnails, doing commissions. It's just been a lot of stuff that I've been working on, and I'm just like, and then also have my part-time job. I've been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go crazy. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what. So for you,
Yeah.
like you said, with you're doing a lot of the editing stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Ready Player Dumb.
Well, Ready Player Dumb I think it's on the 19th of this month. That is our first whole year of the channel.
Oh yeah.
Which I have to put something together for that too, and I'm like, oh, it's coming up fast.
It's funny for those that haven't been through the process, and I don't know what other situations would require this, but us going through this mortgage company, and this is the second mortgage company that we've kind of like talked with, but it's crazy how much you feel like you're under the gun when they're like, so why'd you deposit this much money? Because I had that much money to deposit. But why?
Where'd it come from?
What? Yeah. It's there. You're like.
I'm assuming
What were you gonna say, Hiro?
I was gonna say, I'm assuming you're going for a 30-year
Yeah.
mortgage.
Yeah.
Did they show you like how every single month is gonna play out in terms of like financing? Did they show you that piece of paper? Because they didn't show me that piece of paper. I had to find that piece of paper. They're like, here's some paperwork. You could just like kind of glance through it, no biggie. And I was like, you son of a bitch. Because like, for things like that, I am like absurdly thorough.
Yeah.
And like to the point where I'm like, where they never expect you to actually read the stuff like fully. I'm like, oh no, get ready. You're gonna sit here while I read all of this. And I just like happened to get to the page where it went through like all of the 30 years payment by payment. I was just like, this 30 years planned out for me. Jesus.
Yeah. No, it there's a physical pain behind it. Like, luckily, when you did it, did you do it in person when they gave you that?
I did.
Yeah. See, we're doing it all electronically, so I am able to be like, okay, I got it, and then I'm the one combing through every bit of the contract, every bit of the number stuff, and then I'm like, I turn to Sarah and I'm like, did you read it? And she goes, I signed it.
It's a lot of reading. I don't even blame her. It's so much reading.
There's not interest.
Right.
It's just
The lady I was talking to was definitely like getting tired of me. I was like, "That you get to hold that, lady. It's a lot of words."
Yeah.
it's their freaking job. It's like, listen, don't act surprised. You don't have to read the whole thing. Yes, I do. You're asking me for my name.
A lot of
Yeah. No, it's just for anyone that goes through this process, I've had people indicate to me when I started going through this, or we started going through this process, how they're like, oh yeah, like they make you feel like you've done something wrong immediately.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that kind of drives me nuts about it is that like the deposit I made that they're hung up on, if I had made it 4 weeks earlier, they wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But it just happened to land on that day, and they're like, no, see, we gotta dig here. Are you smuggling drugs? No, I'm not smuggling drugs. Are you sure you're not smuggling drugs? You deposited $15 in a single day. Well, maybe I am. I don't know anymore.
Going back to Ready Player Dumb and its first year anniversary, Zark asked, I keep meaning to ask whatever happened to Hitman. That's such a good question. All right, because Hitman was something that we used for our, like, a first trailer for the channel.
Yeah.
Maybe that is something that I'll put out there for the 1 year anniversary, because it's something to where I feel like it was like literally the first thing we ever recorded. Other than Overwatch, it was literally the first thing we ever recorded, and we only got as far as that training mission. So we will definitely return to Hitman at some point and actually play the game. But,
I'm gonna have to redo the training mission. I don't remember shit.
I think I'll probably put that together and release that as a special thing for our anniversary.
Did we never even release it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, we didn't.
Good question, Zark.
Yeah, I mean, the quality is not going to be great because we were still learning stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be fun as like a little special one-off until we actually return back to the series, and we're going to just redo everything.
So as far as I go, was that it for your updates of the time? Good.
Yeah.
So, I've had a very interesting last 2 weeks, as Sarah mentioned, in a lot of regards, the same with dealing with the house stuff, lending, mortgage company, editing, all that. The racing season is kind of kicked off at this point, so we're kind of getting back into that groove, which I again continue to cheer on this vaccine as we hopefully continue to get better and better with numbers, because I'm like, oh my gosh, come on.
North Carolina's at 10% fully vaxxed. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Go. So yeah, and a big part of that also again goes back to like the racetrack stuff, where it's like I'm looking forward to being around people and not worrying about being around people again. We got a super chat here from Anime Guys saying, with Ready Player Dumb and current events, have you guys heard Gryph0n's laugh in the original Japanese? It's really funny to hear.
No. Should we look?
Will that even be able to come over?
Yeah.
Okay, let's look this up. We're gonna look this up. Gryph0n's laugh.
What's your favorite Organization 13 name? Because there's so much.
I'd have to see a list of them. I'm
like,
gonna pull up a list.
There's like Marluxia. I think Marluxia is just like, what the? What is that? Is Marluxia the guy with the scythe? That's him, right?
Oh my god, there's an Organization 13 name generator.
Zigbar.
Now,
Zigbar.
just some of these we might not know yet.
Okay, I think I found this video title is Gryph0n's creepy ass Japanese laugh.
All right.
Creepy.
All right, let's pull this up. Okay. I'm gonna link that for our boys in the chat because they didn't get to hear
That is the laugh of an angel, for sure. Oh man.
I just love the idea that through loving Disney, Race is experiencing a game that he would most likely literally never otherwise experience.
Yeah.
like a Final Fantasy Square Enix kind of thing. I love it. That's
Yeah.
it's so something.
You're not wrong. Well, Missy in the house! Sneak attack, oil baron!
Nice.
Missy says, hello, everyone. Really excited about G5 and what it could be. Also enjoyed the racing vids, just stopping by to say hi. Been really busy lately, rewatching the Brony Reacts hitting me hard. Can't believe how young everyone looked in 2013. Laters.
Oh, thank you, Missy. Thank you so much for your generosity. What a super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Missy.
Nice.
You know, Missy brings up a point that we were kind of joking about on Twitter today. Hero made a tweet saying, like, oh my god, we're all going to be so old when we see each other next. Did you see my response to that, Hero?
I did, yes.
Okay, yeah.
I was just laughing today, so I didn't get a chance to
I just posted old people dancing.
Yeah.
Hero, we're black though. We don't age if we take care of
But
ourselves.
you do
And then there's paleo. He's paleo.
Yeah,
He's paleo. Okay.
Uncle Ruckus got old.
Yeah. But he wasn't healthy. He wasn't healthy at all.
Oh, man. So I will say, I know I'm bouncing all over the place right now. At some point, I need to go back and watch the Bronies Reacts from the past. I also need to get on like making one at some point.
Yeah.
I got to do it. But I did enter my.
There is a Organization 13 name generator, and he put in his name.
My birth name.
Yeah. And what came out is
Yexrf.
Put in Sarah for me.
All right. We're gonna see what Sarah's name here is. Sarah's name is. You say it.
Zaxra.
Zesra. I'm gonna put Hirosashii.
Oh Jesus.
Sarah. I feel like I'm speaking real Japanese.
Yeah, you're right. You got it.
Paleosteno. Spinel. You sound like a mafia guy. Jax Blade. Edgelbedex.
Elgelbedex. I like that.
Spark. Esau's Perspiration.
Esau's Perspiration.
It's just ESAAXKPRBSR.
Type out the entirety of PanamaMatt. I really need to know what that is.
Okay, all right.
Oh God.
PanamaMatt. His name is Amtaxin. I'm pretty sure this name generator is
Just
not working.
Add a few X's and scramble things around.
That's all they did. All right, last one. ACRacebest. It came out to ACRacebest. Okay. So, I know we're still on this topic. Like I mentioned, I have a bit of a story from the last 2 weeks. It actually happened yesterday. I may or may not have been part of a TV recording. Well, let me rephrase that. A TV show recording. I don't yet fully know the details of what I can and can't share yet. But I wanted to talk about the food, and I'll keep people updated in regards to what the filming was. But all I'll say is I was pretty surprised when I was notified about being part of this.
Nice.
And it was.
It must be cool living in California.
Yeah. And so so what happened was part of the shooting. They're like, all right, lunch is at 6 p.m. and I'm like, okay, cool. And lunch arrived, and because of the pandemic, everyone gets, a prepackaged single meal thing. And you guys are gonna have to help me out. I have no idea now. Like 24 hours later, I have no idea what I ate. So
Okay.
help me out. So with it was some kind of Asian inspired meal because it came with like a little to-go thing of rice, just white rice. It came with a little cup of tapioca pudding. It came with a very small little cup of the Asian hot sauce, which is like even I don't touch that. Like I'm like, oh, I'm
Too hot for
that's
you?
scary. It's scary. But it came with those things, and then it came with a clear tub of what looked like the. I'm sorry, but the best way I could describe it is really runny green diarrhea. and it was labeled green beef. And
I have no idea what you ate.
and it was spicy, and I didn't know if I was supposed to scoop the stuff in the tub into the rice or the rice into the tub, and I'm pretty sure I did it wrong, and I didn't know if I was eating it right, and I all I could recognize was that there was beef and green beans in this green sauce stuff, and then there was stuff in there I could not identify. And I did not put that stuff in my mouth. I did not know.
He's not very adventurous with food.
Hell freaking no.
That was so honest. Like,
But I
Valid.
don't know what I ate, and the fact that
Just look up
Whatever.
green beef.
green beef. I'm looking up green beef.
You're caught up on Daytona stuff, right? Like
I am. Thank you for checking.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking.
Because GD Nickel in the chat sends a super chat saying 4 race thoughts on the season opener with 2 first-time winners at Daytona.
Yeah, Jory asking about the NASCAR stuff. I'm always excited because Jory wears like a NASCAR hat.
Yeah.
At Brony conventions, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we are both missing the race this weekend. Yeah, a little context behind that while I continue to do this
I
search.
think it might have been a beef green curry recipe here. Does that look like the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that looks like diarrhea.
We've solved the
It's like this. Look at this. Look at this.
Well, nobody can see.
No, but you look at
Okay.
it. See, doesn't that look like nasty ass shit?
Yeah.
Pull up this picture.
Here, okay.
Sarah's gonna pull it up, and I'll answer this question. So yeah, this is a NASCAR question from Jory. Thoughts on the season opener with 2 first-time winners at Daytona. So what happened was this year, kind of an unprecedented, weird schedule because of the pandemic continuing. They ended up doing 2 races at Daytona, one on the oval, as they do for the 500, and one on the road course. And we had 2 drivers that won that have never won before. And it was like, oh, cool. So I was like, all right. I'm a little nervous because like the way the championship is set up, if you win, you get locked into the playoffs, so to speak. If there's more than 16 winners, then it gets into the topic of not being locked in and people getting knocked out. But until then, which that's never happened. Yeah, like now I'm nervous about my drivers because I'm like, crap. Like some of them are probably gonna rely on points to get in, and if we have too many winners, then there's a lot less points opening. So that's my thoughts on it, Jory. I think it's cool that we opened up this way. There seems to be a lot of parity this season with the teams, but I'm also like, I don't want parity when I need my drivers to get in.
And the curry is now on screen.
Yeah. Look at this. Okay, look at this. Did you link it to them so
Yeah.
they could see?
Yeah.
This is what I was handed basically, and I was I was like,
Uh-oh.
and you know
That's gonna come out of me the same exact way.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here kind of like, like eating this, and I wasn't like suffering, but I was definitely confused, and I'm like, I must be the only freaking person here who has no idea what I'm doing, and yeah, needless to say, I had someone else who was there lean over to me and go, "This is disgusting." So I didn't feel so bad after
Dang.
that.
Yeah.
This is its green mashia beef curry. So I
When did they
was
just
You know
get
what I
you
just
in and
realized?
out?
huh.
I didn't tweet that we were live.
Oh, tweet it now. we've been live. That means credit to all of our viewers that showed up anyways. Good work, y'all. Good work, y'all. If I haven't scared any of you away with my diarrhea talk, but I will definitely have fun sharing, the story. Needless to say, this I don't even know, like I said, what to really describe it, because I do think it's on TV. I know it also is on an app, but it the filming, like I was never like specifically told like, oh, here's NDA, you can't talk about this till blank. But I'm like, I should double check. So maybe I'll have more story to tell come the next podcast in 2 weeks. But holy crap, you know what I just realized? Oh, never mind. I can't do math. I was like, wow, we won't even be in our apartment. And then like 2 weeks is definitely not April 9th. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I'll definitely be looking to share, like I said, some of the fun details behind it. But it was a lot more relaxed and, I guess you could say, fun than when I did go on Steve Harvey, because I've seen some people in the chat being like, Steve Harvey. Yeah, people actually liked that I was there when doing the thing I was doing, so that was nice. So Sarah, do we got some topics?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's a big topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hit it, because this is obviously the biggest conversation piece of the night. So last time we were here on the Semi Perfect podcast, are you putting up a spoiler screen?
I mean,
I saw you doing something.
I'm looking.
Okay. So the last time we were here on the Semi Perfect podcast, we had some fun doing some Jackbox games. 15 minutes after the show ended,
there were screenshots being thrown everywhere, and we're like, oh shit.
Yeah, because it pertains...
first it was just the screenshot, the one screenshot, and then like me, Hero, and Jax were talking about it. We're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I remember it was like crazy, because like we were just like, I forget, we were just talking about some bullshit in like freaking Discord, and then Paleo was like, oh, we were making a list,
our anime list. Yeah,
and then like Paleo said, speaking of CGI. And then like he just linked it, and we were like, oh shit! And then we just saw the freaking one.
So this came out, and again, we had just ended the freaking podcast, and we're like, are you kidding me? Needless to say, Generation 5, folks. For those that had to see it to believe it, here it is. These screenshots are connected to the movie. The My Little Pony movie, which I think September, right, is when we're expecting this.
I think so.
Yeah, it around fall. A lot of people are expecting September, because I think that was the original release date, though it might be moved back a little bit because of the pandemic. So,
which by the way, I just want to also point this out, that it sounds like they might be reopening movie theaters in the next week, and I'm just like,
yeah,
give me that. I told Sarah I'm gonna eat 2 buckets, 2 freaking buckets. Oh,
and then you'll be like, oh my god, why did I eat 2 buckets?
Because I know.
Go on, Jax.
Oh no, because I saw in Maryland, like I saw a thing this morning. They were like, they're reopening everything, but you still have to wear a mask everywhere. So that's better than Texas is good. But it's just like they were saying everything's gonna be reopened, gyms, malls, all that stuff. So like probably movie theaters too. So like that'll be interesting, but still, it's just like give me my vaccine.
Yeah.
Let me get it now so I can do my thing. All right, god dang it.
Yeah. Again, like. Going back to, like even situations of like just simple stuff, just a simple gathering.
Sobriety.
Like, I can't wait to have it to where, people are like, okay, cool, we're good. I can't wait to be
Mhm.
good. You know?
Right,
I did just
right.
get tested again for COVID, and I was
Yeah.
negative.
Mm,
Yeah, so
mm.
go me.
Good.
Not to brag.
As you should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to the movie here. Let's talk about this. We have obviously a different medium for the animation, and I know we've been able to see some stuff of movement to get an idea. But what are your guys' thoughts? What's everyone's thoughts on the designs? How is it looking? Are you happy? Where are you guys at?
I like it. I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice too.
I'm a happy individual.
There's some good personality in their expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 The amount of G4 reference in that one screenshot, I'm like, okay, tone it down a bit. It ain't gotta be that much, but like, I don't
And just slap it all on you. Like, yeah, you remember G4? Of course you do. It was a decade ago.
I'm like, of course I did. Like, it just ended. Like, yes, I remember it.
I honestly did. When I saw the screenshot, I was like, there's obviously no accident as to why this was the screenshot that they released first. And I think it was very
Right.
I think it was very wise of them to go this route, because
Mhm.
anybody that had that question of, well, are they going to respect Generation 4? Are they going to do that? There's your answer. Like, how they treat it moving forward, we'll find out. But they're not just going to brush it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's them clearly saying, we know that there's a fandom out there, and we know that you guys...
And Sunny's part of it.
and Sunny is all
Yeah.
mate. So,
Yeah.
yeah, what a nerd. Look at that.
Yeah, I
nerd.
think. Yeah, 'cause I think like what I'm most curious about, because again, like I've talked to like Paleo and Hero and all the guys like about this like ad nauseam at this point. It's just like the fact of the matter is like the CGI for the movie is like going to be amazing CGI because it's movie CGI. All right, so like it's just like what it looks like in the show. That's what I'm focused on, and also the writing. The writing is the biggest thing. It's just like the writing, the songs.
Yeah.
And then like, how it's going to look when it becomes for TV instead of like having this movie budget and stuff like that. So
Right.
that's the thing
Yeah,
I'm looking.
I'm right there with you on that. Yeah.
Mm.
I hope that they have a good 1-2 punch with it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, it really gives you an idea that G4 is something special, and they got some big horseshoes to fill.
Oh, I love it!
My man.
My man!
So
my stallion.
there's a couple things I wanted to say about this. There are people who worked on this generation that we might know because they were in the fandom.
I know one.
Yeah, I know a couple.
Do you know that one of the writers is, right?
No,
Something.
because I know a storyboard artist who wasn't part of the fandom, but like she was in the cartoon community.
How does he say their name? Imalu is one of the artists.
Imalo, yeah, or Imalu. I'm not sure, but one thing about it is that Jake Wyman pointed out that they made this infamous image of Celestia.
I don't know why I was gonna say and Jake Wyman worked on it. I was like, oh dear. Not that I'm
Jake
saying anything, but I was like, oh really? He did?
I
One
love
of the
real
writers
estate
is a
on
guy
the screen.
named
One of the writers, what now?
Tony. Oh God.
Fleeks?
Tony Benson. Goes by Lightning Blue online.
God damn it.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
it is.
Thunder Blue.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm sorry. No. It's Lightning Blue now. It's completely different.
What?
No,
He's reformed.
he's the furry gamer now. I'm curious to see what they do. I mean, I'm not been out of shit where folks are like, "Oh, Brody's working on it." It's like, yeah, it's. I'm sorry. Do you expect children in like some like slave mine like making cartoons? Like, how do you think? How do you think? This is done?
Oh wow! Did you know that Lauren Faust was a fan of the original ponies? Like,
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
Yeah.
is it so weird that people who grew up with cartoons make cartoons?
Oh, did you see that tweet from Lauren Faust too? Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another
think
thing.
I
Yeah,
legitimately
that's like a whole other discussion.
I
Yeah,
legitimately
yeah.
think she actually just worded it poorly. I don't think that was quite her intention, honestly, because she made some clarifications afterwards. I don't know if it was just like backstepping, but like, yeah, I find it weird for her to just literally throw an entire
And for
medium
reference,
under the bus.
yeah, for reference, what exactly, or I guess paraphrase was the tweet really like?
Okay, so basically what happened was she said, why is everyone doing like CGI animation? Like, what's wrong with 2D animation? Like, and then people were saying like, well, CGI does this, and they were explaining their pieces, and then she's like, that's not true. Like, you can get so much more emotion out of these 2D animations than you ever could with 3D. And then like, it was like this whole thing, and people were like explaining their points and stuff like that, and then like.
2D is like living, breathing art. You can't get that.
Yeah,
magic.
because she put out this tweet saying, "So, world, why do you like 3D animation so much better than 2D?" Asking for a friend, and then like responding to somebody says 2D is living, breathing, feeling drawings. It is a magic CG can never achieve.
Right.
Which I was
which a lot of people were like,
Spider-Verse is different, so
that.
okay, lady.
And then she did. I would have to go find the tweet where she clarified, but I was like, okay, I guess I can see how you meant that, but like, man, you said it bad.
Yeah, my thing is
Yeah.
like this brings me back to when like when people would say, you know, people have asked me in the past like, oh, what do you like more, Zootopia or My Little Pony? And if I say Zootopia, people are like, it's like I stab them in the heart, like, what? And it's like, wait, I wasn't saying I like My Little Pony any less because I like Zootopia more. And like with that, it's like if people, you know, people are excited about this, it's not them saying, oh my gosh, yes, this is so much better than Generation 4. Oh, good. Like, you can like both. It's okay.
Yeah. But what about race? What about freaking Chip and Dale versus Utopia?
See, that was the first people used to ask me that. Well, no, they were asking me Chip and Dale versus MLP. I put Chip and Dale third of the three. I do. But you know, when that movie comes out, you know, that live action.
Okay, so should we need to change the AC to Z? Z.
Race
Man,
best.
I think as long as you just never forget your roots, it's okay.
No. I love exactly. No, because the thing is, like, I'm thinking about it too. Like, Zootopia is fucking busted at how good it was. So, like, it's not even fair. It's really
Aside
it's like
from you watching it into oblivion, movie is actually really, really good. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I just saw DJ Thed in the chat. He's a 3D artist who did some like excellent animations on YouTube, saying that like Amalo is one of the character designers. Yeah. Something I was meaning to say is that she only designed Izzy and Sunny.
The two that we like so far.
Yeah, the two that we like so far.
I'll be honest. I saw the name and I was like, "How do you pronounce that?" And I didn't realize it was just.
Yeah, I don't know if it's DJ Thed or like Theed. Like clarify.
Now, to be fair, when people see ACRacebest, a lot of people are like what?
ACRacebest.
ACRacebest. Okay, so
Jack's Blade 07? What's the 07?
yeah. Jack played 07. Remind me of Saberspark. I still have this message from like 2014 of Saber calling me. He was like, Jack's played 07. Why aren't you picking up your phone? Where have you gone? And I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, I still listen to it occasionally.
But yeah, what DJ said in the chat says it's just that really like both 2D and 3D is just that a market for movies, especially suggests that 3D films will perform significantly better than 2D. Yeah. Until like Disney or DreamWorks decides to make like another big major a big
2D.
budget 2D animated film, I don't think 2D is coming back in that way ever again.
It's so frustrating because you see it in little bits. Disney like teases it. They'll just like release a movie and it's like, but like 20 or 30 seconds. You're like, hey, remember 2D? And it's like, I do! Bring it back.
I felt like
Yeah.
weren't there even kind of hints of that? Like, I know it was still computer generated stuff, but I felt like even in is it Raya?
Riot, yeah.
Raya.
Raya,
Raya,
the Last Dragon.
Raya. I watched the whole movie and I
Yeah.
still don't know. But yeah, I guess this could almost land in spoiler range for that movie. But anyways, there was a bit there where I'm like, oh, this looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was more like kind of like 2D superimposed over 3D models.
Yeah.
That sort of look,
Right.
like paper.
Yeah, the thing in Raya looked more like a filter
Yeah.
over the
Right,
animation.
but I still appreciated it. I was like, remember the days.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So it sounds like overall people are happy with the designs. I know a lot of us were kind of like, how's this gonna translate?
Yeah.
But
Right.
it
I like that. Okay.
they look good. I'm happy. I'm excited. You know, I think the biggest thing that like honestly warmed my heart was seeing how excited everyone was getting about it.
Yeah.
Like some people who have like maybe haven't even really like touched the fandom or the show in a while. They're like, holy shit. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, because we mentioned like we were doing one of our lists, and like Jackson Paleo finished like way before I did somehow. But so it was just me, and then Paleo, like while I was making my list, linked that, and Paleo and Jackson were like, "Oh man, look at it! Oh man, look at this and that and this," and I was like, "Ah!" Because I had to finish my list. I was like, "I want to look at the stinking horse." Killing me here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it was funny too because like Hiro, like prior to this, he was like, "Man, I really like the Earth Pony. Why isn't she getting anything?" He's like, "Oh, we got some for your ass."
I was like, we got
like
it.
everything. Who, Pegasus? Who? Who?
Well, you know, as soon as like the CGI render of that Pegasus comes out, only her, exclusively her.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah,
Okay, so who? Is anyone migrating right now towards the one that they think is going to be the one for them?
I'm still.
I mean,
still
so
like
far it's
Sunny.
Izzy for me.
Yeah.
So I want to say Sunny, but I want to say Sunny. It's funny. It rhymes. Anyways,
Money.
like when I saw Izzy and like thought about it more, I was like, she's probably like she looks like her personality be like super like giggly and happy and whatnot. And then they released that like GIF not one day later, and I was like, oh, I literally completely 100% guessed her personality. I was like, I love her already. Oh my god.
But you
So-
hate Piggy Pie. I'm joking. I'm
Man,
joking. I know.
Pinky was always like movie Pinky. She'd probably be my second favorite character.
Yeah, Pinky
Well,
has some really good moments. It's just not all the time.
And she's so good in the movie. Oh my goodness.
Well, I like a good old fashioned Earth Pony, and that one with the mom grade. I do declare she looks good, so I like her.
Nice.
I like her.
So we
Until that Pegasus comes along.
I was gonna say we haven't.
Yeah, we haven't seen
Seen
her
the
yet, which is
Pegasus.
weird. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
we've got like.
We know
all
her
the names
name
for her.
though, right?
I have a
Maybe?
feeling we probably won't see anything new until there's a trailer dropped, which
Yeah.
probably won't be for fun.
Is it Rinblow?
Wait,
Darsh?
Does the Pegasus have a name?
Yeah. someone
Pip,
says
right?
Pip.
We're calling her Pip.
People are saying Pip, but I don't see any source for that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hip.
Pip.
Yeah,
Tut tut.
Pegasus in flying.
Unless anybody
PH
can like
fine.
link a source, like if there's any source with it, because like all the other ones we have like the second name for, because we have Izzy Moonbow, Sunny Star Scout, and Hitch
No.
Trailblazer.
I said
It's
Mumbo.
Trailblazer.
That's what I heard too.
I-
Is he
I-
Mumbo?
Moonbow, no Moonbow.
I have a humongous wish, which
Pip
is that
Petals?
Pip
Pip
Petals. Is that
Petals,
her name? I have a humongous wish, which is that Hitch looks like such like an easy character to just like put into like a character like archetype. Like, he's the stupid guy who's like a little
Disrespectful
Chad.
to women. Yeah.
Chad.
Oh,
You know,
there's been toy leaks. Okay, I haven't seen those.
but like I'm
Says,
really hoping that he's just not that. Like, just don't do that personality. Just surprise me, please.
don't do
Make him like a scientist or something. Like that would be like, yes, thank you. Don't make him exactly what he looks like, please, because right now he looks like what he's totally gonna be like.
It looks like he has a sheriff star on his strap.
Yeah.
He's the sheriff.
He might have like a personality like Spike. So that's what I think.
Oh, so he's just gonna be their pet.
Yeah, exactly.
Anime Guy sends a super chat saying Pip Petals is a name Hasbro trademarked recently.
Yeah.
Pip Petals. That does not roll off.
Pip Petals. Oh, Pip Petals
Okay.
coming along wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, DJ Thed said like Pip Petals and Zipstorm were names that came from recent Hasbro trademarks.
Storm. Zipstorm sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. Like
Zipstorm sounds badass.
right? Like too
Yeah.
badass is what I'm like. That's what I'm at.
Zipstorm.
Another thing that he said earlier in the chat that I think like Jax also said was concerned about like because so far what we've seen is just from the movie.
Exactly.
And we're just kind of concerned about what the show will look like because usually like 3D animated shows are nowhere near as good as what the movie's animation quality is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, well, because we all watch, well, like, you know, Paleo and Saber and me, like, we watched, like, that Camp Coral show recently, and, like,
Yeah.
the animation for it wasn't, you know, bad in that regard. Like, it's, like, because someone did this comparison of, like, CGI back in the day where it was, like, Kung Fu Panda, the series, versus Kung Fu Panda, the movie, and the series was, like, you know, really, I don't know the technical term for it, it didn't look as good, but then, like,
Yeah,
with
because a lot of shows like that look very stiff compared to their movie counterparts.
Exactly, and SpongeBob was like fluid in some areas, like the Camp Coral one.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't like, you know, like the movie Sponge Out of Water, but it was like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I don't
see,
think
but
Well,
much
I don't know what this
I
I don't know
What's
what
up?
this I was gonna say, well, I don't know what this studio has done before, so I'll have to look that up.
What were you saying, Hero?
Yeah, the Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness, the show one.
Yeah.
I don't think it looked bad. And then, funnily enough, they had like an episode that was just based, like it could have just been Kung Fu Panda 3. I remember I showed it to Paleo once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, if the downgrade was like Kung Fu Panda to the Kung Fu Panda show, I think that would be handleable. It doesn't
Okay.
look bad, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna get some downgrade. There's no way that show is about to look as good as the movie, and if it does, then what the heck?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be. I mean, that'd be something if they pulled like a Jimmy Neutron, because Jimmy Neutron the show looked exactly like the movie. So it's just like.
I'll be curious. I'll be very curious to see what happens. I'm excited. Again, with like when it comes to like the Bronies reacts, I get excited in both ways. Kind of like with the Equestria Girls, I was like, if it's good, then great. If it's bad, then let's have some fun.
Oh, interesting. So Zark7 in the chat said, it says it's usually outsourced to overseas CG studios rather than in-house, but Boulder Media, I believe, should be doing the show as well. They did Wander, Foster's Home, and Gumball.
Oh,
so
nice.
That sounds like it's in good hands.
Yeah. Yeah. I trust him. Now it's just the writer's job.
Yeah, and the musician.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
understand, like how just absolutely relieved I'll be at it. Like Daniel Ingram is reprising his role as. I'll be like, yes.
yeah, he's just like, yeah, I couldn't stay away from this. It pays too well. Yeah, I couldn't stay away from that. Yeah.
We need more Daniel. Where are you, Daniel?
And then
The
he's
only
like,
Canadian returning.
and then they're like, and Gabriel Brown will be singing in the show, and like, shit, it's bad again.
Is Gabe here?
This is time for Gabe to enter the chat.
Oh my
come on,
God!
say his name
Oh
3
my God!
times.
Hero
like
just
a-
murdered Gabe, and he wasn't even looking. I mean, Gabe's.
Damn.
Wow.
We love you, Gabe.
We love you, Gabe.
Do we? Do we
Summon
know
him.
now? Like, I mean, wow. Wow.
Unfortunately.
He's building.
That would go Hirosashii. I mean, just no mercy. Any other thoughts on these pone heads?
Pone heads?
Boneheads.
Instead of bonehead.
I love Izzy so far. I want to see more of her.
I hope Kath Sousy doesn't voice one, for reasons.
Like, I need to be okay.
I need to be okay. All right, that's all I'll say.
All right. Well, cool. So we'll obviously pay attention to any updates. We'll also, at the same time, be doing our best to avoid spoilers. So we'll be toting that line, and in the event that we're ever kind of, maybe leaning too far into spoiler territory, we'll always give a heads up. People are going on about my pone heads comment.
That's what the new bronies are going to be called.
Pone heads.
Pone heads.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the new one. This will be bronies versus pone heads like in the future.
I didn't put any thought into that. It just felt right. Felt right. Speaking of spoilers, Sarah, should we put up the spoiler screen for a mover?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna be talking
A moving
about...
picture.
Or I can be attacked.
Right.
In both ways.
We're gonna talk about Raya and
Yes,
the,
the
last dragon.
and the last dragon.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Dragon.
Buzz?
Or Raya the Last Dragon. Not
So-
that last dragon.
Yeah, so we will have everyone remember Poneheads. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Poneheads.
Poneheads.
So for those
Remember
that
it.
haven't seen the movie yet, looking to avoid spoilers for Raya and the Last Dragon, we will have the spoiler screen up as long as we're talking about the movie. If you want to avoid the spoilers, all you have to do is mute, and then once the screen goes away, you'll be safe. We won't discuss spoilers in the future. So, let's.
Elias says, "Oh boy, the $30 movie."
Yeah.
I feel like this movie would be doing a lot better financially if they didn't make it $30 on Disney Plus.
Yeah, seriously. Like they did Soul. Soul, they were just like, yeah, you can have that for reasons.
It was
Just
like, it's Christmas. You can charge on Christmas.
yeah, you can't charge on Christmas. Enjoy this movie, Soul. It's really good. Is Soul still on there, or did they take it off?
Yeah, it's still
Still
on.
on there.
Oh, okay, good.
Just as a reminder of a better financial decision.
Yeah, exactly.
So spoilers ahead.
This is gonna be okay.
I still can't say the damn.
Raya.
Raya.
Why are you looking at me
Ryan.
like that, Sarah? Why are you looking at me like I'm a lost cause? I have to pronounce
It's
race
4
car.
letters.
I have to pronounce race car driver names that I've never seen before on a regular basis all
You
the
say
time.
the name Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle?
There is a Dick Trickle.
Dick Trickle.
Yeah, it's true. There was a Dick Trickle.
That's a real name.
That is 100%. And he did go by Dick.
Dick.
He did not.
Why didn't you go by Dick Trickle? Like, why not Richard?
No, because
Like, oh
Dick
my
Trickle-
god.
I mean, Dick Trickle definitely rolls off the tongue more than Richard Trickle, though.
I mean,
I don't think
Yeah,
rolling
but
off the
it's
tongue
not.
is exactly.
Dick
the-
Trickle is just so funny.
That's so weird.
yeah. No, that's a
Oh
real
my
one. You
God.
can take that one to the bank.
Yeah.
This movie. Okay, I'm curious. Just as a, I get like to get the mood of everybody. Did like who liked it and who didn't like it?
I
liked
liked
it.
it. I liked it. Probably more than most people here, but I liked it.
Did anyone
I
not
liked
like
it at like a. No, I liked it at like a.
Medium pace.
It's so hard because like you have like Disney movies that you like have to rate them, and then you have like Saber movies, like, and it's so hard to even like put that.
Yeah.
But like for a Disney movie, if we're doing like a 1 through 10 on Disney spectrum, there's like a 7. That's what I feel it.
So-
I enjoyed it. I had a
so-
good time.
Oh, okay, then we're around the same 7. Yeah. But probably like a 7.5 for me.
Mhm.
Sarah and I we kind of went through our list of specifically Disney animated CGI movies. So like, you know, you got Zootopia, Moana, yada yada yada. And I feel like the movie that this one for both of us came closest to was like a Moana.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. Did you put it below Moana?
No.
Above?
I think it's like, if not on par, a little bit above Moana.
Okay, maybe I was like, which one of us? I like how I have to
I
go
feel
to
like
you.
they're both kind of like on par for me.
Yeah, for different
Though,
reasons.
yeah.
Because like I felt like
I feel like I have more nitpicks with Raya than I do for Moana.
yeah, for me like comparing the two, since that's what I'm doing. I felt like Moana had maybe more memorable moments, where I felt like the story in this one just felt consistent to me. Like as far as like what was at stake, was very clear, and then like the resolution to it. Because I don't know if Moana kind of had me go like, wait, there's a giant lady in the ocean, and she got a back scratcher. Okay, but yeah, no, so those are like my kind of initial thoughts on this. But yeah, what did you guys think?
I think I like it more than Moana, and I did finally watch Moana more than one time.
Oh, you
So
did?
I'm not just mad at Moana. I think Moana's a good movie. I think I like Raya just. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think I like Raya on par for me too. But I just like, I think I enjoyed Raya just a hair more.
Yeah.
I definitely like Moana more rewatching it the second time because again, I was in such just like the worst mood while watching it the first time.
Right.
But yeah, I think I don't know. There's something about Raya. I have to think about it. What is it about Raya that I just
The fight scenes.
It's a
We
fight
both
scene.
like fight scenes. Yeah.
The fact that she's ready to like beat up a person, yeah,
Yeah,
You
she's
got that
gonna throw
sword
hands.
that extends.
Yeah, she has a badass sword.
Ivy sword. Ivy sword sounds like Ivy sword. Ivy sword, like from Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure apparently they showed it in like trailers, but I don't watch trailers not much anymore. But like, so I got to see it, and I was like, "Yo, that is Ivy Valentine's sword from Soul Calibur verbatim." I was like, "Okay, sure."
Yeah. Yeah, I just liked it as I told Palo, it reminded me of like the first arc of Dragon Ball plus Guardians of the Galaxy plus Legend of Korra plus what was it? Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah, Dr. Stone. And what was the fifth one? There's one more.
Yeah, there was one more.
Oh my God, what was it?
My Little Pony.
Yeah, My Little Pony, exactly, My Little Pony. Yeah, that's what exactly. It reminded me of those 5 things when watching it. So I was like getting like different like feelings. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm enjoying this. Really like Dr. Finn as a dragon. And oh, sorry, here, you gonna say something?
No. It's just like, yeah, the animals in it. I was like, these are Avatar animals. Then like she looked at Korra at the beginning. I was like, this is Avatar. And then they stuck like all the villages they went to. I was like, these are Avatar villages. Like, I remember I think it's Fang, that village. I was like, this is the metal bending city that Sue and
Yeah.
Like, this is where Sue and Lin fought. Like, I remember this episode of Avatar.
Yeah.
It seems to me that a lot of the conversation about this movie, where at least like some of the places where I've seen people say that this movie struggled, is that it almost would have been better suited to be an Avatar style series as opposed to a movie.
It got too big for its britches. It's trying to compact so much world building and lore, and I feel like some of the what should be more impactful moments of the film kind of fall a little flatter for me. Like the biggest issue I have is like with like it's emphasized about like Namari's like betrayal and how hard hitting that was for Raya. But I'm like, y'all knew each other for 5 fucking minutes, and y'all are acting like such good friends for years.
I held her hand.
Tried to open up her heart, and then it was betrayed.
You see,
Terrible.
I feel like
I
we should have had more of like a build up of their friendship.
absolutely.
Oh, like a flashback thing of like, oh, they've known each other for years, and then like, oh, I'm gonna take this like as some Anakin Obi-Wan thing. That actually would have made it work.
You
better,
were
too.
my
Yeah,
sister!
Which is
I
yeah,
love you.
it's that I have like some of the same complaints that Saber did because he released his video today, but I think I like the movie a lot more. Just because I love like the atmosphere and the music and everything else about it. But when I first started to watch the movie, I was like, oh, this movie's like an hour and 47 minutes long, but it's not actually that long. Like the last 15 minutes are just credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like just a regular 90-minute movie.
Right.
So I think it really could have benefited from that like extra 15 minutes though, to like explore some of that stuff that like Sarah explained.
Yeah.
Was it really that short?
Yeah.
It was really like
Yeah, just a normal 90-minute movie.
Wow.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah. Same thing. I mentioned this when we watched Soul on Disney Plus, and how I geared up for like a 2-hour movie, and then I'm like, wait, there's still 15 minutes. Why are the credits rolling?
Like, oh.
And that one I kind of said a similar thing where I was like, I feel like I wanted them to flesh more out. Yeah, I do feel like this movie could have used a lot more. Just like I feel like they had the ability to take their time with it. Obviously, again, there's one thing to say another 15 minutes. There's another to say, oh, it should have been a 6-part series or
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they do make a series because like just the world they create is like too unique to like not revisit.
Oh, it sounds like Zootopia. Legit, like make a series, you idiot.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were gonna because they made a series on like Tangled and Big Hero 6, and they're making another Big Hero 6 series with Baymax.
It makes no sense because apparently the Big Hero 6 series is good.
Yeah, and then like they're making a series based on Tiana from Princess and the Frog. They're doing one on Zootopia, of course, and then one on Moana, which is one that I was not expecting them to make one out of.
Yeah.
It finished. Like what do they need to talk about?
but for Raya, like there's so much of that world that I wish that we would have explored more.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the dragon?
I love the dragon. I love Sisu.
Well, obviously, Paleo loves her. If you have seen his Twitter
Obviously.
or anything. So Paleo had already seen the movie when I watched it. And he watched it again with me, and he didn't say much about it, which thank you because I hate that. But as soon as the dragon popped up, she spoke, and I was like, "Oh no!" And Paleo was like, "Yeah." Like we didn't even need to say like what the problem was. I was just like, "Oh no." He's like, "Yeah." So I love raspy women voices. Like it's like almost a problem like, at this point. So she spoke, and I was just like, I love her, like immediately.
Yeah. So ladies in the chat, if you got strep throat,
Make your move.
Oh.
So you're a big Rainbow Dash fan, is what you're saying?
No,
She is the exception.
I literally actually said this. Like when we were doing our pony list, nonetheless, I was like, I should like Rainbow Dash more because of her voice, but then she's Rainbow Dash, so.
Y'all suck.
She's awful.
No, I think she's I think everyone chose to dislike her and then stuck with it. They're just.
I stuck with it because
it's because of her behavior.
It's Ray. It's just a Children's Day. She's very problematic in certain areas, and so it's just.
Oh yeah, because the other 5 ponies totally had their shit together at all times. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't you watch the M.A. Larson episode? You can't expect somebody to just fix their shit all at one time. Rainbow Dash had forever to fix her shit, and she just didn't.
Yeah, no, they did my girl dirty a few times, but I will say this. I mentioned this when we talked about the trailer for this movie, that I had concerns about how I was going to handle this character because of the voice.
Mhm.
And because this voice to me is so recognizable to the actress or Aquafina that I was like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to separate. But
Especially how she was in Jumanji too.
yes, like the Jumanji thing is exactly why I was like, oh no. But yeah, no, I didn't have that problem at all with once things got going with the character. I was like, okay. Yeah. Now, sir, you had some worries about the jokes. Like, didn't you have some concerns about like, oh, they're going to be too modern or too?
Like I felt like she was gonna be a genie, like trying to be kind of like a genie character. In some sense, she was, but I feel like it was more toned down in the film that I was worried about. So like, I didn't mind it so much. But yeah.
Yeah. There was one joke, I can't remember what it was, but I do remember it was very soon after she was introduced. She like made a comment on something. I was like, how would you know about that?
Was it the school one? The when you're in a group project?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, group project. That is
was in the
exactly
trailer.
it. Yeah.
And that's the exact like joke that I was like, what? This doesn't like it doesn't fit the tone or the setting, and I'm just like,
Well, she's like her pulling the like freaking genie whole shtick of like I'm referencing stuff way in the future, even though I should have no idea what it is or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, the fact that you knew that so quickly makes me think you had the exact same thought. Yes.
Yeah. Like Sarah said,
like,
she even pointed it out, and I was like, when we saw the trailer, and I was like, yeah, we'll definitely see, but.
Yeah, I guess.
I did get a kick out of I did enjoy how they justified the dragons quote flying, how it wasn't just like, oh yeah, they fly,
they run on the rain.
I thought that was different. I mean, granted, it might be based off of like the lore. Thank you. I was gonna say culture, and I'm like dragon culture, like dragons.
Right.
But yeah. So I don't know. I enjoyed watching this movie. I wish it's another one of the movies. I mean, any movie that I'm watching that's new right now, I'm like, I just wish I could have seen it on the big screen.
Yeah.
To really give it, because
Same.
I feel like that's my I'm not saying that it necessarily hurt my opinion of the movie at all. It's just that's how I watch new Disney movies.
Yeah.
Like for as long as I can remember is in the theater. Like that's my first, experience with most of them. Same with Soul. I was like, oh man, some of those scenes I would have loved to just see big. And
Right.
Yeah.
This is big and loud on the
Nora in
theater.
the chat mentions human Sisu and how cute she was, and I agree. I really enjoyed human Sisu is such a fucking breath of fresh air amongst I feel like Disney did a really good job of actually having diverse designs in this film.
With the human characters.
Yeah, with the human characters.
Right.
Especially the main human characters. Like, Namari had a unique look to her. Sisu was incredible. Like, such a unique face that, I feel like when maybe the concept artists were showing her design, the Disney execs probably took a shit in their pants and were like, no. But then they were like, well, okay. Well, okay, I will allow it. Okay, fine. She's not going to be human that much in the movie. I feel like...
It's funny because I think she was human more than she was a dragon in the movie.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I counted, and she was a dragon slightly more but not by much.
Oh, okay.
So it was close.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my worries about the
also,
film,
like-
is that she would just be mostly human during the movie.
Well, I mean, when you look at her human form, it's just basically like Aquafina, it designed off Aquafina with the stuff like the features, like the teeth and stuff like that. Because I remember watching something about that in freaking another podcast. I mentioned the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, I can completely see that too. So yeah, it was just Aquafina in a wig. So
yeah. I've seen kind of shifting towards the moral of this story. I've seen some people complaining about it, about how like it was kind of like like, oh, you need to trust people when this
When
specific
it never works.
yeah. The specific individual's like, no, you don't get it. Like, literally, that's what fucked me the last time. Is that I did.
Right.
And then I fucked her again, like twice or thrice in the movie.
Yeah. So I don't know what you guys, your thoughts on that.
I didn't
I'm
think too hard about it. It's fine. I could see where the complaints are coming from, but I guess I literally just don't care enough.
I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, for me, like I said, I read about it. It wasn't something that impacted me enough because even though I get that it was hammered in a few times throughout the movie, I still didn't feel like that bit really drove anything because the character for the most part was like, no, fuck that. I'll do my own thing.
Right.
So I don't know. I just saw that. I wasn't sure if anyone else shared those sentiments.
What I do want to mention though is I was pleasantly surprised. I like talking about the good things. How not annoying that boy child was. I was like, oh my god, he's an actual character. That's not infuriating. Holy hell.
Yeah. Exactly. I love when they do that with kids to make them like actual like likable.
I felt like the group for the most part was very well balanced.
Yeah.
Because again, they could have done the same thing with the baby. Yeah. Where I was like,
also the baby. I thought she was gonna be some sort of like a magical sort of like thing, but she's just a regular ass baby that's doing
a regular baby
stuff.
Hang the monkey.
I was waiting. I'm like, I cannot wait to see who the fuck raised this child. And it was just some regular ass lady being like, "Oh, my baby." It's like, what happened?
It's like, you sure didn't. Try again, movie. That's wrong.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyone else got any comments, any thoughts on?
I know it's like a cartoon movie, like an animated movie, but like suspending my disbelief that hard for that baby that's a little much. I was like, And, like they used the baby for like missions and stuff. Like I was like,
no, that happens in like quite a few things where it's like, okay, you have to. You suspend your level of disbelief, but like it has to make sense with the context of the world. And so, like with the baby, I was just like, okay, so like, how old is this baby? It was just an actual infant. I
think that's why they had the monkeys with her to like the monkeys help her out.
Yeah. And I guess animals in this are anthropomorphic enough to like have like reactions, human reactions, like her freaking
I mean it's a Disney movie. Thing. Why wouldn't it?
Exactly. See, so there you go.
I just remembered another thing, and there's a lot of movies that do this, and typically it just comes from them not explaining it. But am I the only one who, when I see things coming in at the end of the movie, where they're like, "This is what we have to do to defeat the bad thing," and it literally involves them basically like, I guess, sacrificing themselves. I'm just sitting there going, what if this doesn't work? Like, are you guys sure this is it?
Right.
And the fact that the baby was like, yeah, this is what I gotta do.
Yeah!
I was
like, baby, go hug him and finish this. I remember I was making a joke to Paleo when we were watching it, and I was just like, end credits. As soon as that happened, it was just like, as soon as they all just turned, just like, end credits. It's just like, Disney really trying to teach you a lesson.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The baby died for your sins.
I was like, are they gonna kill a child? And like the big guy was holding her. I was like, okay, that's a little easier to swallow. That she's gonna die along with her basically movie dad. Okay, fine.
I was
like, you have to kill a child. That's not what America does. That's what anime does.
Yeah, that was
unless you're Tarzan.
Yeah, right.
The father-daughter type of relationship that they had, I miscalled that one because I'm like, oh, is he gonna like adopt her at the end? And they're like,
Oh, same. I thought the same thing. Yeah, because I was like, oh, like she's gonna find out, like, oh, her mom actually did die or got cracked or something like that. So like that's why
oh my god.
she,
What
you know,
happens if they get cracked? Did they go into that detail? What happens if they got cracked?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like Dr. Stone logic where you're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
dead.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was when she was walking by her dad on the bridge.
Mhm.
I'm like, dude,
Mm.
they didn't like put anything up to protect them. Like hey, I'm just gonna leave you out here. Good luck.
Yo, I heard it gets rough on the streets. He has an umbrella, like nothing. Like
Sorry, I just looked over to Jeffrey, and he's got a bloody nose, and it's just like going everywhere
I'm
right now.
just thinking of that hot dragon.
Yeah.
He like tapped my shoulder, and I
Oh,
turn
God.
around, and there's just blood all over his face.
Yeah,
So I feel
can I say something about like Sisu in about her design in general? Because I see a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I like the original design," or they're like redesigning it to look like more dragon-like, and I'm like, this is one of the more unique-looking dragons we've gotten in a long time.
Yeah.
Why are you making it more like a generic dragon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, I keep saying this to like the thing, but like she keeps reminding me of Autumn Blaze from MLP. Like that was the first thing that came to mind. Just like Autumn Blaze is a dragon.
Yeah.
I am also kind of disappointed, like, that we didn't get to see the same dragon that was shown to us at like I think it was D23 or something like that. Like she looked really cool, and she had like the whiskers and stuff too, and I was like, ooh, that looks nice. But yeah, I mean, I'm still fine with Sisu and the final film.
Final product.
The final product.
The final product.
Mm.
It was good. It was a good movie. I'll rewatch it.
Yep.
It was.
Good film.
That's my
Good
final
film. Not $30 worth of good film, but good film enough.
Yeah, yeah.
And like what? A movie gotta be on Virgin on like 10 out of 10
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
a $30 movie.
Yeah.
I'm not spending that kind of money to
I'm
watch
I'm
it.
Yeah.
just hoping that it made more money than Mulan. Because Mulan was $30 when it came out last year.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn, they just doing dirty shit. Mm.
Like I spent $20 to watch Wolfwalkers, and I was like, I'm only doing this because I love Tom Moore movies.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
an independent project, so like, yeah.
And yes, also that. And I was like, I feel like this money is actually going to like a place I care about.
I'm
Mm.
back. I survived.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
How's
No.
your blood?
Mhm.
Well, does anyone else have anything they'd like to add before we jump into Q&A?
No.
Okay. In that case,
Nope,
we're going to
nope,
put
nope.
the spoiler screen down. We are done discussing spoilers from Der Movie. And yeah, so if you'd like to submit a question, as usual, you can submit it through Super Chat here on YouTube. We will prioritize those questions, make sure those ones get answered. If you'd like a shot at your question getting answered, otherwise you can submit it through Twitter using the hashtag SPPQuestions, as you see there in the chat. And you see there on the screen. So, yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Paleo retweeting Sisu art.
Sisu?
Sisu art.
Yes.
Sisu.
You know,
Sisu
fuck
boy.
this movie and its names, damn it.
They're not that hard.
Yeah,
I'm just so white.
he is very white. He watches NASCAR. How more white can you get?
Yeah, I mean,
California.
California. We got a super chat from Nora Mermaid asking for everyone, favorite Muppet.
Animal. I love Animal.
Yeah.
I feel like does this pertain to all of Jim Henson's properties or just the Muppets?
Oh crap! Does that mean like Ninja Turtles count too, or Audrey too?
Yeah, like anything made by Jim Henson, but probably she means just like the Muppets and like the
So like Sesame Street.
yeah, Sesame Street or the Muppet
Fraggle
Show.
Rock.
Yeah, Fraggle Rock.
Tim Curry is my favorite Muppet.
Oh yeah, when he was that freaking devil guy, that was awesome. Okay,
You haven't
well my
seen that
favorite one
Muppet,
from
right?
Sesame Street is Cookie Monster. And then like there you go. So Cookie Monster and Animal. There you go.
I am gonna say Swedish Chef.
Yeah, you put for
Gonzo the Great is my favorite Muppet from the Muppet Show. I would have to say Boober Fraggle is my favorite. Like, in general, like I feel like he's even on top of Gonzo a little bit.
You said boob.
Boober.
Boob.
Boober.
He's such a good character.
What does a boober do?
That's Paleo's favorite character.
oh, Sarah went in. I'm not wearing a shirt.
Can I just say the dinosaurs from Dinosaurs?
What do you have
As like a Jim Henson property?
Yeah. Do you have a specific?
Yeah, but which one, Paleo?
I don't know. I mean, like Earl's like
Earl?
a very fun like character.
Or Earl's
But
boss?
if I have to say from the Muppets, like after watching like the 2015 Muppet Show, I really like Bobo with the bear.
Nora says
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles
Yes.
don't count.
No, not Fozzie, Bobo.
I don't know.
The one that looks like a real bear.
Yeah.
You mean the
Oh.
bear in the Big Blue House?
No,
What are you talking about? I don't know what bear you're talking about. I gotta look this up.
it's this bear here. I'll
Goodbye,
link it.
goodbye, good
Yeah,
friends. Goodbye.
this one.
Who?
He's
Does
a
he
great
talk?
Character. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
He's
have
kind of
never
like got a
seen this bear talk
Rolf-esque
before.
voice.
So okay, let's see. I need to watch.
yeah. Watch the 2015 Muppets. He appears a lot in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Muppets 2015. Is that on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Bobo the Bear is pretty great.
Nora says bear in the Big Blue House counts.
Okay.
Was that a
Oh,
Jim
okay, good. Well, there we go.
Oh.
I love beer in the Big.
Henson? Dude, that moon, she was.
Yeah, that moon had a freaking raspy voice and made Hirosashii act up so bad.
You got it.
Dude, I like raspy voices too, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, Sarah, do
Yes.
we got some questions coming in through Twitter?
We got Oziel asking, this will mark the 5th anniversary of Zootopia. What is your favorite moment in the movie or in the theater experience?
Oh yeah, I should be arrested since I didn't mention that.
Yeah, it's the 5th anniversary on the same day
It's Chippendale.
as Chippendale.
To which was it? Paleo was like, I didn't know that Zootopia came out in 1989. Shut up.
Wait, what? Oh, was that the one that I used the fucking clip?
Let's see. Favorite moment in the movie or in the theater experience? I think. So there, 2 moments come to mind in the first time I watched this movie.
Mm-hmm.
One of them involved, for sure, the tax evasion scene.
Yeah.
When Judy ends it leaning over, doing that kind of butt lean, and saying, it's called a hustle, sweetheart, and her ears flop to the side.
Uh-huh.
I think that was the moment where my heart exploded. And I was like, good God.
Yeah.
So that moment was definitely, I think, the one where I went, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I had the uh-oh moment. And then the moment that didn't pan out how I thought it might, how I hoped it might, was when they were going to the nudist colony.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh, is Judy Hopps gonna get naked?
Oh my
Because
god!
in my head, for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh, in order for them to investigate, they're gonna have to be naked. Like it's the rule. Because that's probably how police work. You have to get naked. And then they didn't get naked, and I was like, oh, bummer. But the fan base is taking care of that. So.
Do you have a
okay.
favorite theater experience of Zootopia, of the 30 times that you went to go see it in the theater?
Let's see here. There was the time we saw it at the El Capitan.
Yeah.
One of multiple,
Yeah.
but the time where they had the characters there and they were dancing around,
Yeah, for
and they
like
had to
5
dance.
minutes.
They had to dance to the 6-minute song.
Yeah.
And they literally ran out of dance moves after like the first minute, and I felt like, is this like, are these people being punished?
Yeah.
Like it almost felt like they usually cut the song early, and
Yeah.
like someone just forgot to do it this time,
Yeah.
and they were like, oh, shit. All right, we'll just keep doing the same thing. So that was great. Definitely, seeing it the first few times, being able to see it, with my family,
Mhm.
seeing it at all the different theaters, seeing it with friends at conventions, was a lot of fun. Seeing it with Saberspark when he fell
Okay, so
asleep.
you mean like every single time you saw the movie was your favorite?
I've only
experience?
mentioned 8. Give me a couple more minutes. But yeah, no, that was all. Yeah, they were all just so many good experiences. Like I said, I really enjoyed seeing this movie with friends and then geeking out about it. Even not in theaters, like when we watched it at BronyCon. Doing
Which time?
Which time exactly? Which time?
Anime guy with a very big question in the chat.
Oh well, I'm down to talk about it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had so much fun with that. The time that I was thinking, Jax, to answer your question, was the time when we had no idea if Saberspark was still alive. And we're like,
oh yeah, okay, yeah, that was a good time.
We're like, let's watch Zootopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in 2016. When the
Yeah,
movie
2016, classic
Yeah.
year. That image is still on freaking Twitter.
All right, so we have a question here from Anime Guy, and the question is this: do you guys believe the space contest was rigged against Gabe? Now, now I'm gonna give some context to this.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, Gabe entered a contest for him to potentially be a civilian
To go to space.
selected to go to space. And the way that this worked is that they had multiple rules set up on their page as far as the entry goes. You can only enter once. You can't use music. You can't use celebrities without their permission. Down the line, and so they had the rules.
Yeah.
Gabe specifically entered his video per those rules, and again, they had a breakdown of the selection process was going to involve. There were 4 categories off the top of my head. I know virality was one, creativity, entrepreneurship was one. I can't remember what the 4th one was. And so yeah, so they had these different segments that they said that they were going to narrow everyone down to a top 10. So they had judges to help narrow things down to a top 10.
Yeah.
And from there, I think that's when further judging, like that's when they would determine who of the 10 finalists was going to be the one to go.
Yeah.
If you were of the 10 finalists, you were going to be able to be part of like a, what do they call it? Ambassador, I think, like space ambassador. And so yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown. Because of all of this that was going on, Gabe was obviously very nervous, very hopeful, but there were others that were in the contest that were also just as nervous, just as hopeful, and some of them started communicating kind of behind the scenes with each other, and that's when, because as far as I know, they haven't announced anyone yet. I believe that they're still saying they're in the selection process.
Yeah.
But again, the contestants are communicating with each other, and people know that some people have already been notified that, hey, here's the paperwork, fill this out. So what I don't want to do, though, because no names have been officially announced, is I don't for sure, because I know Gabe's all but counted himself out of this.
Right.
Until they announce the names, I don't want to assume anything.
Yeah.
So that's where I'll kind of leave things off, because Sarah, you keep looking like you really want to say something.
I just want to get this out from the gate. The way this question's worded, like, do you guys believe the space contest was rigged against Gabe? That I don't believe that
I would say no.
I don't believe there was any personal
Rigment.
like I don't think it was just directed at Gabe. I can definitely say that like it kind of seems like this contest was not very fair, but I don't believe that Gabe was singled out as far as like that unfairness goes.
Mm-hmm. Until I keep going back to this, and I hope they do announce who the 10 finalists are,
Mm-hmm.
and at some point they're going to, because again they're going to be like ambassadors. This is going to be a thing. I just don't know like how soon they're going to do that. But that being said, like again, we can't really judge. First off, a lot of us I know are biased for Gabe. You know, we wanted Gabe to do it, but I feel like until we are able to truly compare the other 10 people, we can't be like, oh, definitely there's no question that this was working against Gabe.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, as of right now, Gabe's fairly certain that he wasn't selected, but we don't know for sure who the 10 are that were. So yeah. So I don't know if anyone else has anything they'd like to add in regards to that.
It was a very poorly explained contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it I think the issue is that when they laid out their own rules, because again, if you say don't use music, that means don't use music. And the amount of people, this is what I'm baffled about. The amount of intelligent people, I say intelligent because like a lot of the people that Gabe's been up against, they're people that are well established. They're people that seem to really know their stuff. There's some of them that are massive space nerds, good for all of them.
Yeah.
And I'm like these were I read the rules in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it says first off you can only submit once. It clearly states no music. We all know that Gabe would have fucking made a symphony for this fucking thing if he had the opportunity to, but it said no music. So he said, okay, I won't. And then again, going back to it, and I don't know even know if we've really discussed this yet, but Mark Rober was one of the judges.
Yeah.
And they
sadly still is, even though he kind of blew his cover
He
early.
just straight up, like, he fucked up. Like, for some reason, they're like, oh, we're going to announce the judges. 3 weeks before they're like, oh, we're going to announce the judges, Mark Rober's already told one of the contestants, hey, friend, I'm one of the judges, so, like, all but basically saying, hey, you got a good shot.
Yeah.
Now, some people might say, well, is that really a big deal? Fucking George Takei shows up in my notifications on Twitter, and I'm like, what the fuck is George doing here? George was helping endorse one of the contestants. George Takei.
Dang.
To which he went
Really?
to my tweet
And
and
was
used
like,
that as like well, this sure looks like one of the judges had his thumb on the scale.
Yeah.
Like, this looks bad. You guys need to address this. Like, this, regardless of if there is or isn't anything wrong, this looks bad. So going back to like what Saber said, it feels like this contest has been sloppy. And that's not like, the guy who's running it, he could go ahead and not give a shit.
Yeah.
Because he's like, my money, my rules. And it almost says that. Like, at the bottom of the rules, it says that there's any exception can be made by the sponsor.
Yeah.
But then why have the fucking rules in the first
You're
place?
Just because.
So that's, I understand.
There are guidelines.
I understand Gabe's frustration that it will appear right now that a number of the people who got in are going to do so either having submitted multiple entries or broken the rules that were laid out. And that's where this seems like bullshit. And
maybe you don't want to be on a spaceship with a bunch of people who cut corners. I'm just
right,
gonna be real.
right. Like that was I figured that was
Three,
why they had
2.
rules.
Wait, hold on. I have to roll the window up. Right.
What does the do not press button do? Yeah, no, you would think that would be like, hey, if they can follow these simple rules to enter, maybe they deserve to get into space. And I'm not saying who does or doesn't deserve to go to space, but I was fucking beside myself at how many people that were front runners in this didn't take the time to read the rules, to the point where they were contacted. This is another spot where it gets a little weird. They were contacted by the, what was it called? Space for shop, shape for ship.
Ship for shop.
Whatever it is.
Ship for shop. Whatever.
Contacted some of these people saying, hey, can you resubmit without music?
Yeah.
But again, there goes the, you get one submission. It's just weird. Like, and again, until they announce the people, I don't want, you know, I don't want to sit here and say, oh yeah, you know, Gabe got screwed because we don't technically know that he did for sure. It just is not looking good.
No.
But like Saber said, maybe this isn't the spaceship you wanted to get. Oh well. You know, we'll see. Hopefully what this contest does, if nothing else, is continue to open up the window and ability and avenues for people, regular civilians, to get to go to space.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a space hotel in 2027.
Yeah,
Apparently.
let's go. Dude, Brony Convention 2027. Yeah. What other questions we got here, Sarah?
Let's see here. We've got. Let me refresh this page real quick.
She's refreshing. Oh, ask that one.
All right.
Whatever it
So
is, just
Kellen-
ask that one.
All right. Kellen asks,
Hi, Kellen.
can you explain to me the science behind the hips of female bunny characters?
Oh, and we got photos here to help support this question.
Yeah. Let me pull that. up.
Jax-
Where are the
Hold
where are the
on,
photos?
Hold on. Let me. I'll link the tweet.
Yeah.
Let's
Jax-
see.
we have to talk about anatomy here. We're gonna give a lesson.
The anatomy
Oh,
of a
yeah.
bunny. I mean, like,
Oh yes.
real life bunnies. I mean, the anatomy is that they already get big rumps. So I feel like it just makes sense to translate that to a cartoon bunny.
Well, you see, also, you need to realize that the gastrocnemius, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the gluteus maximus, and abdominals, forearms, and deltoids are all worked greatly by jumping. And we all know that rabbits jump from place to place. So it would be quite understandable that their posteriors would be larger than most average mammals. So that's my piece of
Exactly.
Yes.
Everything that Jax Blade just said.
Yeah.
I remember that there was like, yeah, like, just bunnies got anthropomorphic bunny. Let me add that. Anthropomorphic bunnies just got, you know, they got it.
back.
They got it.
They got
Where it
back.
counts.
They got that ass.
They got that ass.
Yeah. All that jumping.
Yeah. Yeah. I literally just today was looking at a picture that Kellen drew for me at BabsCon 2017. That was Judy Hopps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was just today. I kid you not, Kellen. I was like, nice. In fact, you may have seen me like, or actually, I don't know. I go through and I like the comments as I'm going through these vlogs and whatnot. But yeah, I think Jax, that people are expecting you and I to get into it over these bunny girls, but they need to understand that
We've made a yeah, we've had our peace treaty for years.
Yeah, we're allies, man. We're
Yeah, exactly.
the more bunnies.
We
the
love
better.
our bunnies. Yes. We love our bunnies.
We love our bunnies. Bless.
And Mirko just kicks the shit out of everyone. She's from My Hero Academia people.
Is
She's
she the
just
one that
OP.
wears like a very tightness?
Yeah, she does. She has like muscular arms too.
Yeah.
Like super strong legs. Yeah. She's awesome.
Is she more Bunny Bay than Lola for you?
I mean, that's a question for another time. I mean, once she gets animated, we'll see what it is.
Gotcha.
Love her though.
Very nice. We got another one, Sarah?
Let's see here. From Waddles, What do you think the announcement for Paramount, a new Avatar series, a new Rugrats CGI reboot, and of course another spin-off of SpongeBob?
And this is Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
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 I think it's okay. So like the thing with Avatar, I think the Avatar thing is if Brian and Mike are working on it and they're actually passionate about it, then I'm interested in them to go back to that world and like, you know, do more of the stories like what they did in the comic books and stuff like that, and do stuff where they're actually making genuine stories and their hearts in it. It's not just like a cash grab, oh, Avatar, because like I've seen that happen to too many series I love where it's like, oh, it's brought back, but there's no love. This is just the merchandise. We're just going to do this to bring merchandise for it. And it's just like, it's a husk of its former self. And I don't like that. So that's what I'd be worried about. Oh, go ahead.
Is it a like they're redoing the same series, or is it going to be different stories?
I think it's what I heard. It was going to be different stories in the same universe. So like it could be like with various things. Like it could be like, you know, something after Korra or something around the time of Korra, or heck, they could probably take the comic books and animate them, since there was a lot of stuff they got brought in there. But like again, I'm worried about like it getting like spectacle fatigue again, where it's just like, oh, Avatar's back, because like to us it's just like, oh cool, we'll watch it. But then like if a show goes downhill, all of us like are, we'll call it for what it is. It's like, okay, this is going downhill. But people who are nostalgia busted, like they just got their nostalgia goggles on, fused their head, they'll just keep eating it up just because it's back. It makes me remember my childhood or my younger years. So I don't care what it is. It's just, I'm happy it's back. So that's what I'm worried about for that, is just the quality with maintaining it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the Rugrats show, that just, I mean, honestly, I think it looks good. Like, I thought it was going to look weird. It was like, it looks fine to me. And besides, like, we got 9 seasons of the original Rugrats and like 3 movies too, and 2 spin-off shows. So it's just like, no harm, no foul there.
And is the Rugrats supposed to be a series, or is that a movie?
It's a series.
Okay. Because it looks like it has a nice budget for a series, which also gives me hope for maybe MLPG 5. Like maybe this is going to be a turning point in CGI television
Let's
shows.
hope so.
Well, it helps out
Hopefully.
that these streaming services are throwing down big money right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We did get a super chat.
Yeah.
This is for Jack's Blade. It's from
Oh,
Anime Guy 01, asking Mia with some bunny features. How interested?
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't. All right. Like, that's too much power. That's too much power. Oh God. Oh man, that'd be that. Oh, dude.
I had to look.
Yeah,
up
now
what
I'm
character
thinking
this
about
was.
it. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
A snake, but a rabbit.
a snake.
A snake but a rabbit doing a fusion dance.
No, I mean a rabbit butt on a snake.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Do
a
snakes
rabbit
have
snake.
butts?
That Mia does.
No.
A nice one.
Well, yeah, Mia. Traditional.
Uh,
snake.
Hmm. Very nice.
You looking up like art?
Yes. No, I was just researching. Yes.
We've got a question from For Canyon asking, how did y'all meet each other and come together for the first Bronies React?
Oh, that's funny because technically, I don't think anyone here was in the first Bronies React. So I will say this will probably be the last, unless you saw.
Bronies React, thank God.
No, don't you dare.
Thank God.
I was gonna say this will probably be the last question, unless someone comes in with a super chat. So for the first Bronies React, so what I did was, back in the day, YouTube had a like a built-in messenger.
Yeah, I remember that.
And
That's how I met Gabe.
by the way, Jax, just so you know, we're getting some feedback from yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, let me.
How dare you? You're fired. No. So the so that's how I contacted everybody
Mhm.
back then. I didn't have a Twitter.
Yeah.
Like it was, I was going through and contacting the people that I was finding. I was going through and asking them. I was looking up bronies with a camera. Literally was what I typed in. I found guys like Dusty Cat. I already had a big kick out of Sorax videos back in the day, and I found Denotive. I was able to connect with a lot of these guys, and then Brony Mike, and through that connection,
Brony Mike.
I was able to meet a couple other people like the Living Tombstone. And so we so after all that was put together, I kind of, for the time being, continued to contact people that way. Saber and I had a conversation because he released a video, and I'm like, what's that music from? And it was from Lord of the Rings. And so we had already kind of had initially established contact, and then I was like, I like this guy's takes on the fandom and whatnot. I'm gonna hit him up for the next Bronies.
Like the cut of your jib.
and it just kind of grew from there. Some of the like Paleo I got to meet before we talked about the React stuff.
Because we first met at Everfree Northwest, but then when we all hung out in Equestria LA in 2012.
Yeah, so that's when I started to get to know, once I started getting into the convention scene, that was another opportunity for me to start meeting people and contacting that way, and now that's kind of like this. I'm trying to remember with Jax. I know I contacted you. I found Jax.
Yeah, I remember.
Just a lot of people found Jax Blade through his reaction to my little Dashie. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that shit. My big ass was crying to that shit.
and we haven't taken advantage of that at any point in the reacts.
No.
So
yeah, exactly, haven't. But I remember what specifically was it was you were doing a react to that College Humor bronies thing, and you contacted me to be on that specific one, but you were already in the process of doing the season 2 finale one, and you were like, oh, do you want to do this? And I was like, oh, sure, I can do that too. So I filmed 2 back to back, and then filmed that, sent it over, was in there. And then I remember the first BronyCon, the summer one, 2012 one, me and you were Skyping back and forth, because you were like, oh, dude, I see you're having fun over there. I hope it's a great time. I was like, yeah, man, wish you were here, dude. Yeah, and vlog and stuff like that. And then we had a little back and forth, and then literally the rest of that year you went to every con, and I just couldn't because I was working at freaking bum ass Burger King, which is freaking misogynistic apparently, which fuck them. So anyways, it's just I was just yeah, and then we just met at the next BronyCon 2013, and lo and behold, here we go.
I just remember seeing Jax Blade getting interviewed by Equestrian Inquirer. EQI,
yeah,
and I was like, everyone's having so much fun. I want to be at BronyCon. I want to go.
Yeah.
I just gotten into meeting everybody and caring about going to a convention. Just too late. Just too late to work out going to that first convention, but it almost burned down, so it's probably good. So we do have one more question here that was sent in through Super Chat. Cheyenne's audio tapes saying, just got my book finally published, so we now have a Pegasister that is an author in real life. My book is called Blood Fusion.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice. Congrats. Massive congrats.
Very
Gotta be a
good.
good feeling.
Very good. Blood Fusion sounds like it doesn't feel very good.
You have to read the book and find out.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Cheyenne's audio tapes here with Blood Fusion. Get it at your local Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
Or wherever you get books. But that's cool. Congratulations. Like Sarah said, that's got to feel good. This is going to be a wrap here on the Semi Perfect Podcast. Want to join everybody? No, I want to thank everybody for joining. I obviously I'm thinking about food nonstop here. I watched the BabsCon 2017 vlogs.
Yeah.
And Saber and I ate at the same restaurant 4 times, and we enjoyed it every time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Can't wait to enjoy more food with my friends at
Yeah.
conventions.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna feast hard on cheese curds when we see
it's
each other
coming.
next.
It's coming. First, we gotta
Yeah.
thank our super chatters.
Thank you to Anime Guy 01, Nora Mermaid, Missy,
Missy.
JD Nickel, and Cheyenne's audio tapes.
All right. So thank you all for your generosity, of course. And again, thank you for joining us here live. Thank you to those listening on delay. And a big shout out and thank you to all of the podcasters joining us here tonight on the Semi Perfect Podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks, March 24th, which should. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's going to be it. That is going to be the second to last, probably second to last podcast we do in this apartment.
Yeah.
So we'll still
Oh,
have
nice.
one more, and it'll be right before we move.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Everything's gonna be packed up except for our computers.
I don't. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how. I don't
Nice.
know how much packing up. You think we're packing up? I think we're just gonna throw everything in the car one at a time.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, you all have a good night. Thank you for watching the Semi Perfect Podcast. We'll see you on March 24th. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Damn pony.
Later. Yo.